In the 7 steps to positive change, awareness, acceptance, and self-love is the first and biggest step to positive change. In this video, you will understand why and how you can take this first step. So on a great day, we wake up in the morning in our flow, eager for our day, eager to make a positive impact in our world and in our life the way we want to, our way. And so we wake up in our flow, we set forth our goals, narrow down how we're going to reach them, and move forward. Life is fulfilling and we enjoy our days. But sometimes we wake up in the morning and we have our goals set and we're not sure how we're going to get there because we're aware that we want a goal, we want to reach a new thing in life, something that we haven't done before. And so our goal is there waiting for us, we're in our flow, yet we do not know how to proceed. We're aware of the fact that I'm right here and I want to be there and I'm not sure how to get there. I'm not there yet. What happens in the gap is either we can become aware of the gap, accept it, love ourselves, and slow down the journey of figuring out how to get to that goal our way, or sometimes what we do is the opposite of this. We focus on, I'm here and I'm not where I want to be yet, and start thinking some thoughts like, I don't know how. Focusing on these thoughts instead of finding one step and knowing how brings more thoughts like, what if I can't? Or helps us remember the last time I tried. And before you know it, it's totally normal to become frustrated, out of your flow, and not certain how to proceed. Now, what you do in this gap, whether you become aware of where you are, accept and love yourself, and then find your baby I can steps, or whether you're not even aware that you're out of your flow, you're feeling frustrated, and you start moving forward, makes all the difference in the world. This is why becoming aware of where you are, accepting and loving yourself, helps you stay in your flow and move forward. Because when you're not aware, what will happen is your sights will be taken off the road to your desire, and people then move in the direction of the things they don't want. This is totally normal human stuff. So when we accept the totally normal human stuff of being frustrated and in this place of feeling stuck because we haven't gotten back to our flow, positive change can really happen. And sometimes we feel bad that we're really being hard on ourselves and beating ourselves up and thinking thoughts. But it's important to be able to become aware of the thoughts that are unkind. Our own thoughts that are unkind. Because there's a part of each and every one of us that's aware of where we are and absolutely hates ourselves for being there. And then hates ourselves for hating ourselves. And sometimes we get stuck there. And that's normal human stuff. So sometimes the first step is to become aware of the part of ourselves that hates ourselves for being where we're at. And accept the part of me that hates me. Ooh, she's pretty nasty lady sometimes. And then to exercise, wait a minute, I can make peace with where I'm at. Okay, and then when I do, I can start thinking, I prefer to be here and I'm not. I prefer this. I prefer to know what I want. Sometimes people come as clients and they have no idea what they're there for. Wait, I'm supposed to ask myself, what do I want? I have no idea. What I want to do is know what it is that I want. Normal human stuff. We shut down each of these steps so we can start training our ears by first taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves no matter where we're at on this process of our next goals. And then start opening our ears and accepting other people right where they're at too. I'm aware that you're right there. I accept it and I love you even if you never change. Why, if you never change, would you be enough? Big love in that, huh? Big love in that. And when I do that for other people, guess what? It strengthens my ability to do that for me. So I invite you to take a breath and learn a little bit more about how you can take this step. Here's how you can take that first step to positive change. First of all, begin with a breath. Take a deep breath and decide. to become aware of what's going on inside you. Change starts as an inside job, but too many times we try to change it when we're out of our flow, and that's where things get really mixed up. So just take a deep breath and decide, for a while, for a determined amount of time, to stop trying to change your actions and habits and instead give yourself this determined amount of time to simply become aware of and accept what is. Give yourself time to hunker back down and love yourself today. After all, look at this baby learning to walk. She's learning to walk from the I can. The journey's fun. I might have bumps along the way, but that's okay. This is all normal human stuff. And she's surrounding herself with supportive people who will remind her that this is true too. So the first 2 steps to becoming aware, accepting, and loving yourself is to take a deep breath and decide to just become aware of what's going on inside first. And second, determine the amount of time that you're willing to stop trying to change things on the outside and just become aware of what is. Next, here are some things that you can become aware of. Become aware of your thoughts. Are you thinking I am, I can, I know, and I have magical what-if thoughts? Or are you focused on and are your strongest thoughts I'm not, I can't, I don't know, I don't have? Or are you focused on and are your strongest thoughts scary what-if thoughts on this topic? Just become aware. When you become aware, you can always prefer to be exercising lighter feeling thoughts. Another thing to become aware of is your feelings. Are you feeling comfortable feelings, light feelings like joy, peace, bliss, and happiness? Or when you set forth on your goal, are you feeling uncomfortable feelings like anger, frustration, resentment, sadness, and depression? Just take a deep breath and become aware of what's going on and accept it. Another thing you can become aware of is your responses. Are you responding to challenges from your flow, or are you responding automatically as a reaction to a challenge? Again, take a deep breath and just become aware of these things for the determined amount of time that you set forth. Did you decide to do it for a week, a month, an hour? Another thing you can become aware of are your patterns. Look at the pattern in the situation. What's happening before the problem? What's happening during the problem? And what's happening after your responses? What are the patterns? How are other people responding to you? Just take a deep breath and become aware of the pattern. Another thing to become aware of are the results. When you get the results you want, become aware of them and accept them. Ask yourself, what was my part in the success? What was my part in the challenge? Again, allow yourself to have some time to become aware of these things. And the last thing that you can become aware of is your new desires, your way. Many times things get all mixed up because we're setting forth on a path that isn't even our own way. So when you're looking at things, are you looking and listening to what you want inside you? Or are you looking and listening with outside ears and eyes to somebody else's way? During this time of awareness, just take deep breaths and ask yourself, what is my way of achieving this goal? How would you love to do it, even if you don't know how? And as you find the results to the things you're becoming aware of, accept them. You can accept them by looking at your response to the things you're aware of and choosing to accept them. You can look at what you're thinking when you become aware and just simply accept that. Are you thinking thoughts like there's something wrong with me or there's something wrong with those people and that's why this is happening? Or are you thinking, oh, this is normal human stuff and I'm learning and growing? Are you thinking, oops, or bad job when mistakes are made? And When mistakes are made, are you using them to clarify your next desires and solutions, or are you focusing on or fixing the problem? All of these are normal human responses. When you choose to respond with acceptance, it is a choice. So as you become aware, I recommend you choose to accept whatever you're aware of and choose to become aware of things and say, good job, you're aware. To choose to say to yourself, there isn't something wrong with me, I'm just learning a new way. To choose to say, oops, when you make a mistake. Forgive yourself, make amends with other people if need be, and then recommit to becoming aware and accepting and learning for now. And you can choose to focus on what's working today, on your other goals, and what you already can do this second, right now, instead of getting into action and trying to make a change outside of you during this time of taking your first step of awareness, acceptance, and self-love. So what is this self-love thing? Self-love is choosing to remember, repeat, and find a way to know that nothing is more important than I love myself today, right now. It is the only way I can learn to truly love and give to others. Think about this child. If this child wasn't saying, I love myself, it's pretty cool to be me, would she be able to be it? Would she be able to achieve her goals her way? Would she be able to really connect with other people and bring joy to them? So during this time of awareness, acceptance, and self-love, you can choose to remember that nothing is more important than that you love yourself right now, or find a way to love yourself. Become aware of where you might not be or you haven't learned how to. And just accept that you are learning and it is important. And during this determined amount of time, you have taken the first and biggest step to positive change.